What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Content Creator Hangout, the place where creators meet community. Now, if there's any advice that I can give today, I'll start off with making sure that you fix your clocks and make sure you fix your time, roll them back by an hour. That way you're not late for work tomorrow. And today we're going to actually be covering how to gain YouTube subscribers in 2020 and in 2021. Now, this is my first time utilizing a system called Melon by Streamlabs. I'm excited to be here. And what I want to do this time is, without all the gadgets and gizmos of the Streamlabs OBS that I've used to use, I realized that it wasn't turning out good because I have an older computer. And that's the thing with being a content creator. We're always trying new things. But what I would like to do, and please bear with me here because I may be pushing a few buttons because I'm really excited about using a new system. I hope I'm coming in okay here as well. But I want to see, so why I love this system as well is I can see the comments here when people are coming in, and as well as a private chat. I'm not going to get into the Melon app, but I am really excited. But I've been getting this question quite often on how to gain subscribers in 2020. And it's a question that I don't blame people for having. It's a question that it's a difficult one to answer because a lot comes into play on how to gain those subscribers. But what I want to do is I'm actually going to be able to finally pull up today my screen. And I also brought a friend along as well. And that is going to be Coffee with Pips. And like I said, right now I'm actually clicking around on my computer. So I'm going to bring along a friend, and Coffee with Pips, he has been around YouTube for a little bit. I'm going to let him describe his channel, but this is the type of thing that I look forward to doing. It is actually communicating with creators, talking to you guys, because I'm a creator as well. We can all learn from each other. We can all share advice. There's always lessons learned, especially because we're talking about many different niches. And my channel is completely different than, say, yours. I'm just trying to bring you guys in, and we all learn from each other. And I think it's fun. There's not enough community on YouTube. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in Coffee with Pips.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, friend, what's going on?
Good. You look really good. My lighting doesn't seem to be that good.
No, it's all good. So how am I coming in? The sound's good? The visual's good?
Excellent. Excellent.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm even going to look at the system too, Melon. It's very crisp, clear.
Yeah.
Love it so far.
Yeah, I'm very thankful. And, I'm blessing you with the visual in my window behind me too. So at least you have a nice blue background.
Well, it's dark.
No, it's all good.
No sun.
No, it's all good. And thank you for coming here. So Pips, can you tell us a little bit about your channel?
So I decided to start this channel. It's been about 4 months now. The channel just reviews food, restaurants, food product, hamburgers, fries, compares, and challenges. Like how I'm going to eat the hot chip, that real hot chip next week. I forgot even what it's called because I want to block it out of my mind. I'm afraid to do
Better
it.
you than me. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And then just, crazy stuff like that. So, restaurateurs, I'm trying to get more of the national brands so people can relate to it throughout the country. So it's been going really well.
That's awesome. So have people reached out to you, like, since you've had a channel, and asked you to, like, maybe do content for them?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we got a couple big, national companies that are like, hey, why don't you come over and do ours? Of course, they're local, they're either corporate or franchises of big names. So, I'm going to be looking at doing those. And, so I'm getting requests. So we know the names getting out there, and thanks to people with channel yours, and I can build off each other, like you said, Brandon. And I know I do all the time, and some of the things that I do, I wouldn't know how to do if you didn't, lend your experience to it. So I appreciate that.
Thanks, man. And that's one of my main things. Hey, James Pruitt, I see you in the chats. Thanks for coming in. Good evening to you too. Yeah, one of the things that I've been really trying to focus on is, I love to help creators on an individual level, but even as me and you have talked, I've been thinking, I'm like, wow, it would be great to bring it to the platform because that's what this ultimately is all about,
Right.
in helping each other out. But that lends me to a really good topic is sponsorships, and I think that'd be a really good video in the future too.
Right.
Yeah, especially once you share, when you eventually start working alongside, other businesses or even, channels or whatever, it's not always about getting the money. There's a lot of value in working with businesses that can eventually, I think lead to the money.
Exactly. And how I look at it is I just did one at Lou Manati's, well, not just, so maybe a month and a half ago. But now all the employees are like, "Oh, give me your card. Where are you located? Coffee with Pips on YouTube." So now some of those hopefully
Mm,
will end up being subscribers. They're certainly viewers because they want to see, the restaurant. They want to see them, on the screen, and so it creates excitement. So I think you do, you know, the more your name's going to get out there.
yeah, and then that leads definitely to the point of today's video as well as those subscribers. And
Right.
I mentioned it before I brought you in, but it's definitely one of those things where it's like an easy question, how to get subscribers, but then it's a kind of a hard answer. And as I was doing keyword research in MorningFame, I'm a big MorningFame fan. I talked to you about MorningFame.
I am
Um,
now.
yes, and it was weird because as I was typing in how to gain subscribers, everything was popping up how to gain subscribers fast, how to gain super fast subscribers. And that's just weird because that's how I think nowadays, just is how our minds work.
Right.
But
Right.
I think if you want to gain subscribers fast, then you're probably going to end up going and doing it the wrong way, which in the end will actually probably hurt your own channel,
I agree. I've been getting emails or context messages from people saying, "Sub, I got you, you got me." And
Yes.
I have to be honest. In the beginning, I did that, but I don't know these people, and now it's almost like junk mail. You're starting to get all of these people. You don't even know what they're about. And does YouTube start to look at that? That you're just doing sub for sub. So you don't really,
Yes.
in my opinion, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, and it's funny because how to gain subscribers fast, somebody may answer sub for sub, but it's interesting the amount of time you're going to spend to reach out to other creators, ask them to watch yours, subscribe to theirs, and you're just going to spend all this time watching other people's channels that you don't care about. They don't care about
Exactly.
yours. And
Yeah.
I can't express that message enough. You're going to hear it, yes, on other creator content, say types channels, but we have to bring that here because as much time as you think you're saving, you're spending way more time.
Right. And I mean, it's frustrating because you want the subscribers, and it's like you get to the point where it's like, God, I'll do anything to get subscribers. So then, but they're not quality subscribers, and I'd rather have 50 subscribers and do everything that I wanna do and am passionate about, and slowly build the subscribers. I don't think there's any fast way to do it unless you hit on a viral video. You just hit on
For
something.
sure. Yeah, well agreed. And James Pruitt, he says people want everything fast. That attitude is what kills most channels before they even give it a chance to work. Yeah.
Right.
You start on YouTube and you just see all these other channels, especially you're like, oh, I got to be like them. Well, being like them takes time. It may take gear. It may take, working the algorithm. So anyways, if you are watching this on the replay, I want to thank you as well for being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell if you like the content you're seeing, and make sure you hit the like button as well so this video can be pushed out. And that's the goal, right? The goal is, in my opinion, to let YouTube do the work, not us as creators, not
Right.
having us go reaching out to other channels and this, that, and the third. If we can optimize our videos correctly by looking at our own channel, which is what I would love to do with you, Pips, today.
Sure.
And I think you'll be a great example. You've been on YouTube, you said, for 4 months now. So if you're just starting off on YouTube, you could see maybe what the analytics may look like for you. And even Pips, if we can even optimize it further, what that could look like for you even in a month.
Sure. So
So
do you
I'm
want
gonna
me Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So what I'm gonna do is, and I can't hear myself talk, so I have like one ear out. I feel like I'm like recording like my new song or something. Um, but what I would like to do is before we go into your studio, if we can pull up your actual, just like your channel with your banner and all that
Mhm.
stuff. So, and like I said, guys, I'm on Melon, and yeah, I know a lot of creators are using StreamYard, and I'm all for it. I will definitely not turn you away from StreamYard because it's a proven fact that it's an awesome platform. I'm just a rebel, and I like to try different things.
Hey, thanks for watching Coffee with Us. I do
We'll have to
appreciate you
pause
stopping
that.
by.
Sorry about that.
There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this up. All right, and so all right, so I'm gonna just pull up your whole screen there. Pips, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. So we're in your channel dashboard. Okay, so can we actually get out of your creator studio and like pull up your actual channel? I think if you like go to the top right, we might be able to actually just see what your channel looks like before we go into the creator
Okay,
studio.
now it's just showing me my channel here. So the view that I get and the view that the public gets is different, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so like it would look to the public.
Okay, cool. So let's just go into sure, let's go into your analytics. Let's take a look and see what you have. So, you know, the main thing is I think a lot of people are afraid to really go into analytics, and I don't blame people for that because that's it's a scary thing, especially when you're not used to going in there, you don't know what you're looking at.
Right, right, exactly. And I still don't. But
Yeah, see? Me too, man. Hey, YouTube's always changing, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, James Pruitt, if rather have views than subs. Subs are only good up to the first 1,000. Once everything is unlocked, sub count is not important. You know, I always say, and I'll agree with that, especially to an extent, James, because what I think as well is sub count naturally, all in all, like you're right, it does unlock many features at 1,000. But my goal too is 1,000 followers, like true followers, because your sub count could be great. But if you're trying to sell your next shirt, like let's be honest, right? We're all here because we want to treat our channels like a business. My goal is to do this full time one day. You can't do that if you don't treat it like it's a business. So, you know, having those true followers, you know, really the ones who believe in your stuff, you know, and that takes time as well. So if you're looking to get subscribers fast, like that's fine. But the moment you want to turn this into a business, and the sooner you do that, and you really engage with your audience, you know, I feel like that's also important too. So were you able to click on the analytics button?
I was, and then I just pulled up the analytics here. I don't know if you can all see this. Gives me a graph and then a breakdown of every video that I have posted. Is everybody able to see this?
I'm only looking at your channel dashboard.
Okay. No, I'm actually in the analytics.
So it may be just the one that you're sharing. Do you have multiple tabs open?
Yeah, I do. Maybe that's why. Let me just see.
And that's why we're doing this today too. So I think it's really hard sometimes to look at our own content and pick it apart and say, here's what I don't like about my content, right? It's our pride. And for me, I was always like, oh, my videos look so good. And then 50 videos later, I look back and I'm like, oh, it was so horrible. I mean, but those were like the best videos and the best time because it was so new. But I think it's hard to really pick apart your own videos and look at the analytics, you know?
It is. So now I'm back to the analytics. I don't know if it came up.
So we're not sharing your screen at all on here.
Okay, let me go back and reshare.
And this is what happens in live streams.
Yeah.
Can never go perfect. Never. Never will. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. So yeah, it just popped up. So I'll show this on screen. Cool. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and expand that out so we can actually all see it.
Mhm.
So, all right, so I'm going to say this too, Pip. So real quick, before I actually dive deep into this, I'm going to give this tip that I learned a long time ago, and I hope this really helps you guys. So say for the sake of today's video, we are looking at gaining subscribers, not the views, not this, that, and the third. The end goal is subscribers, but I think this is a really good tip that many creators may not know. And that's going to be looking here at your subscribers. The old YouTube studio wouldn't really give this breakdown, and that's why I love that we're out of the beta and that this looks so good. Gives you really everything, but your Dunkin' Donuts, your spicy ghost pepper donut. First of all, that video is on fire, right?
Yeah, and it was a hot donut.
I bet it was. I bet it
No,
was.
I was really, surprised. It's just, it was nothing special as far as I was concerned, but, it got some traction.
Yeah, and so what I would do is a lot of people want to, and I would love to hear. So James, if you're still in the comments, let me know this too. And let me know if you're watching this on the replay, especially. So what's your number one tip for gaining subscribers? I would love to hear your input as well.